This is Sujit. Welcome to Physics 2020. Today we are going to discuss the problems in the topic of instantaneous velocity. So in the previous class, we discussed some of the problems in the average velocity and speed. Okay. So in this session, we are going to see some of the problems of instantaneous velocity. So what is instantaneous velocity? So as we already discussed, instantaneous velocity is nothing but the velocity of an object at a particular instant of time. That is called instantaneous velocity. So instantaneous velocity v vector is equal to limit delta t tends to 0 delta x by delta t is equal to dx by dt. So we derived the formula like this. Okay. So instantaneous velocity is equal to limit delta t tends to 0 delta x by delta t, that is equal to dx by dt. So in this topic, the first type of problem is the displacement will be given. Okay, displacement in terms of time. So displacement is a function in terms of time will be given. So you will be asked to find the instantaneous velocity. So it's nothing but the displacement x is given. Okay, x will be given. So you will be asked to find the instantaneous velocity. The formula is nothing, that is v vector is equal to dx by dt. So this is the formula to find the instantaneous velocity. So in this type of problems, that is the problems related to instantaneous velocity, means integration and differentiation should be very clear. Okay, so both the differentiation and integration, using integration and differentiation only we will solve all the problems. So if you are not clear in differentiation and integration, in Physics 2020 there is a playlist that is mathematical support for physics. So go to that playlist and watch the video of differentiation and integration for getting the basics of differentiation and integration. Okay. Okay. Next we will solve the problems. That is first problem. The displacement of an object moving in a straight line is given by x is equal to 2t square plus t plus 5. Okay, plus 5. Where x is expressed in meters and t is expressed in minutes. So what is the velocity? What is the velocity at t is equal to 2 seconds? Okay, t is equal to 2 seconds. So here the displacement is given in terms of time. So the object moving in a straight line, x is equal to 2t square plus t plus 5. Okay, so we have to find the velocity at t is equal to 2 seconds. So the given x is equal to 2t square plus t plus 5. Okay, so velocity v is equal to formula, that is dx by dt. Okay, dx by dt. So that's equal to d by dt of x, that is 2t square plus t plus 5. So that's equal to, so differentiation of 2t square, that is 4t. Okay, 4t plus differentiation of t, that is 1, plus differentiation of constant, that is 0. Okay, so v is equal to 4t plus 1. So we have to find the velocity at t is equal to 2 seconds. So t is equal to 2 seconds. So v is equal to 4 into 2 plus 1. So 4 into 2, that is 8. 8 plus 1, that is 9 meter per second. 9 meter per second. That is the answer. So here, so the displacement is given. So t2 t square plus t plus 5 in terms of time. So we have to find it is asked to find the velocity at t is equal to 2 seconds. So v is equal to formula dx by dt. So d by dt of 2t square plus t plus 5. So we are differentiating. So the differentiation of 2t square, that is 4t, plus differentiation of t 1, differentiation of constant, that is 0. So v is equal to 4t plus 1. So it is asked to find the velocity at t is equal to 2 seconds. So t is equal to 2 seconds. So v is equal to 4 into 2 plus 1, that is 8 plus 1, that is equal to 9 meter per second. So second problem. The displacement x of a particle moving in one dimension under the action of a constant force is related to the time t is given by the equation t is equal to root x plus 3, where x is in meters and t is in seconds. Find the displacement of the particle when its velocity is 0. So the second question. So from the question it is given that is t is equal to root x plus 3. Okay, the displacement and the time relation is given by t is equal to root x plus 3. So we have to find the displacement when velocity is equal to 0. Velocity is equal to 0. So the given t is equal to root x plus 3. Okay. So x is the displacement. X is the displacement. So root x equal to t minus 3. Okay, squaring on both sides. X equal to t minus 3 whole square. So that's equal to t square plus 9 minus 60. So this is the displacement. This is the displacement, which is the displacement is a function of time. Okay. So we have to find the displacement when velocity is equal to 0. So when next we have to find the velocity. So v is equal to dx by dt. Okay, v is equal to dx by dt. So that's equal to t square, differentiation of that is d by dt of t square plus 9 minus 60. Okay, that's equal to t square, that is 2t plus 0 minus 6. Okay, 6. So velocity is equal to 2t minus 6. 2t minus 6. So when velocity is equal to 0, that is when v is equal to 0, that is 2t minus 6 equal to 0. 2t is equal to 6. So t is equal to 6 by 2, that's equal to 3. Okay, 3. So so when time t is equal to 3 seconds, the velocity becomes 0. So what it is asked in the question, that is we have to find the displacement when v is equal to 0. When v is equal to 0 means that is the time t is equal to 3 seconds, the velocity becomes 0. So at that time we have to find the displacement. Okay, so the displacement x is equal to t square plus 9 minus 60. So at t is equal to 3 seconds. Okay, so x equal to t square, that is 9 plus 9 minus 6 into 3, that is 18. So 18 minus 18, that's equal to 0. So the displacement is equal to 0. Clear? So the given equation is t is equal to root x plus 3. So we have to find the displacement when velocity is equal to 0. So t is equal to root x plus 3. So we are finding the displacement from this equation by rearranging the variables. So x is equal to t minus 3 the whole square. So x is equal to t square plus 9 minus 60. So we have to find the velocity. So v is equal to dx by dt. So the first derivative of displacement. So t square plus 9 minus 60. So we are getting that is velocity is equal to 2t minus 6. When velocity is equal to 0, that is 2t minus 6 equal to 0, we find the value of time. So t is equal to 3 seconds. So at the time t is equal to 3 seconds, the velocity becomes 0. At that particular time, what is the displacement? So x is equal to t square plus 9 minus 60. So x is equal to, we are substituting the value of time. So we get x is equal to 0. The next type of problems in instantaneous velocity. So the first type problems, displacement is given. We have to find the instantaneous velocity. So v is equal to dx by dt. So in the second type problems, instantaneous velocity will be given. So you have to find the displacement. Okay, displacement. So the instantaneous velocity, so in this we will integrate the equation. Okay, so the first one, differentiation. The instantaneous velocity is given, suppose if you want to find the displacement means you have to integrate. Okay, so the instantaneous velocity will be given in one of these three forms, that is v is equal to some constant. Instantaneous velocity will be given as v is equal to constant, or v is equal to f of x, that is depends on displacement. Displacement. 3, v is equal to f of t, that is depends on time. Depends on time. Okay, so the instantaneous velocity will be given in one of these three forms. So the following steps are to be followed to find the displacement. Step 1. Write v is equal to dx by dt. Right, v is equal to dx by dt. Step 2. Separate the variables. Separate the variables in the sense, suppose the differential equation contains x variables and t variables. So separate all the x variables in one side and separate all the t variables in another side. That is, separate the variables. Step 3. Integrate the differential equation. Okay, integrate the differential equation. You will get the required data. Okay, required data. So understand. So the instantaneous velocity is given. You have to find the displacement. So the in this we are using integration. So instantaneous velocity will be given in one of these three forms. Instantaneous velocity may be given as a constant. Instantaneous velocity v is equal to f of x, that is, otherwise v is equal to f of t. Okay, following these three steps to find the answer. First step, that is, write v is equal to dx by dt. Step 2, separate the variables. Okay, step 3, integrate the differential equation. So in the first case, v is equal to V is equal to K. So that is displacement we will get, that is x is equal to Vt. Okay, x is equal to Vt. Second case. So V is equal to f of x. Okay, V is equal to f of x. First step, that is write V is equal to dx by dt. Okay, dx by dt is equal to f of x. Okay, separate all the x variables in one side and t variables in another side. So dx by f of x equal to dt. Okay, third step is integrate. Right, integrate. Okay, the time varies from t1 to t2, so that the displacement varies from x1 to x2. Okay, so this will give the displacement. Okay. Then third case. So V is equal to f of t. So V is equal to f of t. The first step, write V is equal to dx by dt. So that's equal to f of t. So arrange, separate all the t variables in one side and x variables in one side. So dx equal to f of t dt. So the next step is integrate. Okay, integrate. So dx is equal to integral of f of t dt. So the t varies from t1 to t2, so that the displacement varies from x1 to x2. So this will give the answer. Okay. So problem number 3. In a particle's motion, its instantaneous velocity is given by v is equal to 2t plus 5. Okay, v is equal to 2t plus 5. Find the displacement. In the interval t is equal to 0 and t is equal to 2 seconds. Okay, t is equal to 0 and t is equal to 2 seconds. So listen here. So the instantaneous velocity is given. V is equal to 2t plus 5. We have to find the displacement in the interval t is equal to 0 and t is equal to 2 seconds. So first given equation, v is equal to 2t plus 5. V is equal to 2t plus 5. First step 1, that is write v is equal to dx by dt. So that is the step. T is equal to 2t plus 5. So arrange all the here, that is 2t plus, this is a constant. Okay. So arrange the t variables in one side and x variables in another side. So dx equal to 2t plus 5 into dt. Okay, then next step, integrate. So integral of dx equal to 2t plus 5 into dt. So integration. So we have to find the displacement at the time, that is 0 is equal to t is equal to 0 and t is equal to 2 seconds. So the lower limit is 0. Time varies from 0 to 2. So that the x varies from x1 to x2. Okay, x2. So integration of dx, that is x. Okay, x. So x1 to x2, that's equal to integration of 2t, that is 2t square by 2. Okay, so that is t square plus 5 dt, that is 5t. So the limit is 0 to 2. So here x2 minus x1 is equal to, apply the limit. upper limit, that is t square, that is 4 plus 5 into 2, that is 10 minus 0. So lower limit 0. So x2 minus x1, that is the displacement. So displacement is equal to 10 plus 14, that is 10 plus 4, that is 14 meter. 14 meter. That is the answer. Okay. So the next question. A particle located at x equal to 0 at a time t is equal to 0 starts moving along the positive x direction with a velocity v that varies as v is equal to alpha root x. The displacement of the particle with the time mass. So, fourth problem. So it is given that in the question, when x is equal to 0, when time is equal to 0, that's one condition is given. So the velocity, instantaneous velocity of the particle is given, v is equal to alpha into root x. So we have to find the displacement of the particle with the time. So we have to find the relation between displacement and time. Okay, displacement and time. Okay. So first equation, that is v is equal to alpha root x. Alpha root x. Alpha root x. Right. So first step, right, v is equal to dx by dt. So dx by dt is equal to alpha root x. Second step, arrange the variables. Okay, so dx by root x equal to alpha dt. Okay, alpha dt. So x power minus 1 by 2 dx equal to alpha dt. Okay, alpha dt. Then next step, integrate. Okay, so we are integrating without limit. Okay, without limit. That is indefinite integration. Indefinite integration. So integral of x power minus 1 by 2 dx equal to integral of alpha dt. Alpha dt. So x power minus 1 by 2. So that is equal to 2x 1 by 2. Okay. Minus 1 by 2 plus 1, that is 1 by 2 divided by 1 by 2, that is 2. 2x power 1 by 2. So that's equal to alpha integration of dt, that is t, plus constant of integration. So we are integrating without limits. So constant of integration. So one initial condition is given, that is when x is equal to 0, time is equal to 0. So apply that condition here, that is x equal to 0. So x equal to 0 means that is 0 is equal to alpha into time is equal to 0, that is 0 plus c. So for constant of integration, the value of constant of integration is c is equal to 0. So we will get 2x power 1 by 2, that's equal to alpha t. Okay, alpha t. So x power 1 by 2 is equal to alpha t by 2. X is equal to alpha square t square by 4. Okay. So here alpha is a constant. So alpha square is constant. 4 is constant. Okay. So x is equal to some constant into t square. From that we can write that is x is directly proportional to t square. X is directly proportional to t square. Okay. So the displacement, the relation between Displacement time is, that is, displacement is proportional to the square of the distance. That is the relation. X is directly proportional to t square. So x is equal to alpha square by 4. That is a constant into t square. So we can write x is directly proportional to t square. So that is the answer. So the next problem. A car is moving with a velocity v is equal to alpha root x. Okay, v is equal to alpha root x. Starting from x equal to 0 when t is equal to 0. Okay, t is equal to 0. Find the average velocity. Find the average velocity when t1 is equal to 2 seconds and t2 is equal to 5 seconds. Okay. So listen here. What is given? A car is moving with the instantaneous velocity v is equal to alpha root x. Starting from x equal to 0 when t is equal to 0. One condition is given. Initial condition is given. Okay. We have to find the average velocity of the car when t1 is equal to 2 seconds and t2 is equal to 5 seconds. Okay. So first v is equal to alpha root x. Alpha root x. First step, that is dx by dt is equal to alpha root x. Arrange the variables. Dx by root x, okay, is equal to alpha t. Alpha t. So x power minus 1 by 2 into dx equal to alpha t. Integrate. Okay, integrate. X power minus 1 by 2 dx equal to integral of alpha t. Okay, alpha t. So x power 1 by 2, that is 2 x power 1 by 2 is equal to alpha alpha dt. Alpha dt. Alpha dt. Okay, alpha t plus constant of integration. Okay, constant of integration. So 2x power, when initial condition is given from x equal to, when x equal to 0, t is equal to 0. So substitute here x equal to 0. So this term totally 0. T is equal to 0, this is equal to 0. So c is equal to 0. Constant of integration we will get c is equal to 0. So 2x power 1 by 2 is equal to alpha t. Alpha t. Okay. So x power 1 by 2 is equal to alpha t by 2. So x equal to alpha square t square by 4. X equal to alpha square t square by 4. So what is average velocity? Average velocity, that is VAV, is equal to x2 minus x1 divided by t2 minus t1. Okay, t2 minus t1. When t1 is equal to 2 seconds, t1 is equal to 2 seconds. So we will get x1 is equal to alpha square t value, that is 2, that is 4 divided by 4. 4 get cancelled. So x1 is equal to alpha square. Okay. So x equal to, the next case, so time t2 is equal to 5 seconds. Okay, t2 is equal to 5 seconds. So x2 is equal to alpha square t square, that is 5 square, that is 25 by 4. 25 by 4. Okay. So x2 is equal to 25 alpha square by 4. 25 alpha square by 4. So x2 minus x1. x2 minus x1 equal to x2 minus x1 is equal to x2 25 alpha square by 4 minus what is x1, that is alpha square. So that's equal to 25 alpha square minus 4 alpha square by 4. So that is 21 alpha square by 4. So average velocity V a v vector, that is average velocity is equal to x2 minus x1. x2 minus x1, that is 21 alpha square by 4. Okay, divided by t2 minus t1, that is 5 minus 2, that is 3. Okay, so 21 alpha square by 4 3s are 12. So that is the V average velocity. Average velocity. Clear? So the next question. The position x of a particle with respect to time t along x-axis is given by x is equal to 9t square minus t cube, where x is in meters and t in seconds. What will be the position of this particle when it achieves maximum velocity along the positive x direction? So, sum the question. So this is given in the question. So the position of the object is given by the equation x is equal to 9t square minus t cube. So we have to find the position of the same object when it reaches the maximum velocity. When it reaches the maximum velocity. So x equal to 9t square minus t cube. Okay, t cube. So here we will use the concept of maxima and minima of a function. Maxima and minima of a function. So if you don't have the idea of maxima and minima of a function, you go to the Physics 2020 and the mathematical support for physics. That is in that video, that is differentiation. So differentiation, one of the video in the last topic I have discussed, that is maxima and minima of a function. Okay. So here x equal to 9t square minus t cube. So maximum velocity. First we have to find the velocity, that is v is equal to dx by dt. V is equal to dx by dt. So that's equal to 18t minus 3t square. Okay, t square. So the maximum velocity means dv by dt is equal to 0. Maximum velocity means dv by dt is equal to 0. So we have to find this, if v is equal to 18t minus 3t square. So dv by dt. So dv by dt is equal to 18 minus 60. So to find the maximum or minimum of this function, that is velocity function, dv by dt is equal to 0. That is 18 minus 60 is equal to 0. Okay, so 60 is equal to 18. So t is equal to 18 by 6. Okay, t is equal to 3. T is equal to 3. So when time t is equal to 3 seconds, the function may be maximum or minimum. Okay, may be maximum or minimum, because when you draw the graph, that is time and velocity. So during this, that is minimum and maximum. Okay, minimum and maximum, that is dv by dt is equal to 0. So t is equal to 3 means the function may be maximum or minimum. Okay, may be maximum or minimum. So we have to confirm whether it is maximum or minimum. We have to go to the second derivative check. Okay, second derivative check, that is dv by dt. So d square v by dt square. So that is equal to, so 18, that is 0 minus 0. Okay, 0 dv by dt is equal to 18 minus 60. Okay, d square v by dt square is equal to, constant difference is 0 minus 6 into 1, that is 6. Okay, so d square v by dt square is equal to minus 6. So when t is equal to 3, when t is equal to, when t is equal to 3, so d square v by dt square is equal to minus 6, that is negative. If the second derivative is negative, then definitely in that value the function is maximum. If the d square by dt square, the second derivative is positive, means that is at that value, that is the function is minimum. So here we are getting that is minus value, so definitely the function is maximum. Okay, function is maximum, so the velocity is maximum. So at that value of time t is equal to 3, so the velocity is maximum, it reaches the maximum velocity. So what we have to find? We have to find the position of the object when it reaches the maximum velocity. So what is the position of the object? So x equal to 9 t square minus t cube. Okay, we have to find the position of the object when it reaches the maximum velocity, means we have to find the position of the object when time is equal to 3 seconds. Okay, t is equal to 3. So x is equal to 9 into t square, that is 9. So 9 minus t cube, 3 into 3 into 3, that is 27. So 81 minus 27. Okay, 81 minus 27. That is equal to, that is 64. Okay, 64 meter. Equal to 64. Clear? I will tell once again. X is equal to, the position of the object is given by the equation 9t square minus t cube. So we have to find the position of the object when it reaches the maximum velocity. So x equal to, so we are finding the velocity, v is equal to dx by dt, that is 18t minus 3t square. So v is equal to 18t minus 3t square. So when it reaches the maximum velocity, means dv by dt, that is the first derivative may be 0. dv by dt is equal to 0. So that we are finding dv by dt is equal to 18 minus 60. So dv by dt means 18 minus 60 is equal to 0. So we are getting the value t is equal to 3. At the value of t is equal to 3, the function may be maximum or minimum. May be maximum or minimum. So if you want to confirm whether it is maximum or minimum means we can use the second derivative check. For that only we find that is d square v by dt square. Okay, in the second derivative check we get the value that is negative value. So if the negative value comes means it is definitely maximum. Okay, so maximum. So it is confirmed. In that is when time t is equal to 3 seconds, the velocity is maximum. So we have to find the position of the object when it reaches the maximum velocity means we have to find the position of the object at the time t is equal to 3 seconds. So substitute the value of time, that is 9 into t square t cube, that is 81 minus 27. So x is equal to 64 meter. So that's with this class is over. We discussed some of the problems in instantaneous velocity. So in the next topic also we will discuss some of the problems, instantaneous velocity, instantaneous acceleration. In that topic also we will concentrate some of the problems. So our next topic is acceleration. Okay, my dear students, if you didn't subscribe my channel, please subscribe the channel and give the support for me. And if you are thinking that my class is useful, please share the channel to your friends also. So definitely stay tuned. Our next topic is, don't forget, that is acceleration. Okay, stay tuned. Suji signing out. Thank you.